Damn, cuz. Damn, cuz. All right. Everybody rejoin. Okay, that's perfect. I don't know what happened. I guess me switching devices kind of kicked it off. All right, so boom. All right. Let's get it on. Let's get back to it, guys. Try to get everybody a little time to get back on here. They're probably like, man, we tired. We better get off of here. No, better for y'all to get off of here. Hold on, no. Real quick. So we went 5601 for the supplies. Um, so that's when I'm starting to ask questions. All right, you claim your rent. So if you claim your rent, my
Sharing
next
screen.
this a home-based business. Oh, so much on. So y'all see how she claimed her rent based off the return. We was able to see that she claimed like 10% of her home, right? For expenses. So my next thing is gonna be okay, if she's claiming her rent, then that means she's basically saying this is a home-based business, right? So what else coincides other than rent for a home-based business, which she has? Guess what? Utilities. What utilities are she using in that household? It can be lights, because guess what? She gotta use internet. She gotta use Wi-Fi. She gotta use the light bill to print to hook the computer up. She gotta do all of it. Y'all let them know we on this other Zoom. They gotta rejoin the Zoom. All right. So boom. So that's what I'm doing the math on now. In my mind, I'm calculating. I'm asking, okay, so how much is your average light bill? And she might be like, normally every month I pay between 150 to $250. So in my mind, okay, we're gonna say 200. I'm gonna do $200, right? Think about it like this. This is how I want y'all to understand. When people have home-based businesses, the rule of thumb is they can claim 20% to 30% of the total cost of their bills. Okay? Long as that bill applies to what it is they're doing. She got e-commerce business. Ain't no way she can claim a goddamn water bill. It don't work like that. But she can claim a light bill. You see what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So we gonna take her bill. She say it ranges from 150 to 250. We gonna say it's $200, right? We're gonna take that $200, right, guys? Take y'all calculators out. I want y'all to see this. Because this is how we gonna take a client that was just finna lose $10,000 and get them back close to that $10,000 that they almost just lost. All right. So with that being said, we got $200. We're gonna multiply that times 12. Okay. Multiplying the times 12 is about $2,400, correct? Guess what? We can claim anywhere from 20 to 30%, right? Being that she lost so much, we're gonna claim 30%, right? Because that makes more sense. So now we're gonna this is the way I do my math. I do 2,400 and I subtract 70% from it. And at that point, it leaves $720. So I'm putting something like 719 right there in utilities, right? Boom. I'm going back here. I'm going back up here, and I'm looking at supplies. Remember, she gotta have Wi-Fi. right? She got to have Wi-Fi. And let's just say her Wi-Fi bill, she say, well, my Wi-Fi bill is roughly about $100 a month, $1,200, right? Out of that $1,200, I know she can only claim what? The 20 to what? 30% rule, right? So I'm claiming another 30% of that $1,200. 30% of this $1,200, what? That's $410, right? It should be like $410. So now, boom, that's gonna jump up to $6,011 now. All right. Y'all see what I just did? So now it's looking a lot better for her. Okay. Now I'm talking to her further. Okay, I know you mentioned advertising. You mentioned like Facebook and stuff like that. Outside of what you're spending on Facebook, maybe you're running ads on Facebook, and that's how you got that number. Let me ask you this: do you ever play social media influencers to promote your product? Oh yeah, I done paid such and such, such and such. Oh yeah, I got this social media influencer on retainer. Okay, those are all business expenses that we can further claim. So now at this point, I'm asking questions. That's what I'm doing. I'm asking questions to find out what all additional she might be eligible to claim. Right? When I finish asking them extra questions that for stuff she may be able to claim, and keep in mind, guys, if she say, yeah, my printer broke and I had to buy another printer, supplies, right? Maybe her computer broke. She had to bring it to the computer shop, repairs and maintenance, right? We're finding all the money. We asking all these questions to be able to allocate the additional funds.
She hosted a class too.
You said what?
She hosted a class, probably like a sewing class or something.
Yeah, if she hosted a class, or if she did any of those things above, pretty much, guys, the goal is going to be for us to put it in here. And maybe she say, yeah, I didn't learn this on my own. I had to pay somebody to teach me, right? Guess where that's gonna go? Right here. Maybe she spent $2,000 for somebody to teach her the e-commerce business. Because people don't just jump into stuff like that just willy-nilly. They normally pay somebody to teach them, right? So all of those things, we stacking it, we stacking it, we put it all in here. Maybe she bought an office chair, right? She bought a certain kind of setup. She had to buy new tables, new desks. All that can go right in supplies. All that can go right in supplies, guys. And the goal is to find her as many deductions that she qualify for, or that's possible for her to have here on the Schedule C, to be able to get that income to one, go down, and the refund amount to two, go up. Okay? Let's take a load. Now y'all see how that just happened for her? Y'all see how we just took her from $1,000 return, we just took her to 5,900 now? Now watch this. That's just because we asked additional questions. Now watch this. Guess what we're finna do now?
Do she have a depend?
Huh?
Do she have a depend?
She have three dependents. It's the same return. She has three dependents. At this point, guys, we gonna keep rolling. So now, remember, they said she had the what? Daycare form. Ain't that what they said, right? Ain't that what they said? That's
Yeah,
what we
for her
do.
3-year-old.
For her 3-year-old. Yep, that's what we doing. So now, boom, we put the EIN number in, whatever y'all do. I don't really care about none of that. We gonna put my name on there. I don't give a damn. And put this right there on there. And now we gonna roll with it. And we gonna make sure that the state, make sure the state right. Hold on, y'all. I got these meeting controls right here. Let me. Data entry though, guys. Remember all this stuff that we put in here. Uh, it's gonna all come back to being it's gonna all come back to being data entry. We want to make sure that we putting exactly what we see on the form. Nothing more, nothing less. Exactly what we see on the form. What the hell? What the world? Come on now. All right. Okay, man. God damn. All right. So we adding the 2441 form. We done got the provider's information. We know that it's for her daughter, Emily, correct? I think that was a 3-year-old.
Sophie,
Oh,
Sophia.
Sophia. Okay, my bad. My eyes playing a little tricks on me, guys. But I do know it says she paid 8,000. And guys, for a form like this, it's the one you want to use. Me personally, I'm putting $8,001. All right. Unless they have the actual 2441 form, that's the only time you want to put exactly what the form say on there. If it's like, oh, I paid my cousin, we got cousin first name, last name, social security number, we not entering it with no zero. We not entering it with no five, we not entering it with no nine. But if she got the exact form, we're gonna put the exact dollar amount. So in this case, we'll just say she had the exact form, put the exact dollar amount, and we click continue. All right. When we click that, boom. Y'all see how that refund jump? Uh-oh. Oh, now 59. That's $200. It counts. It counts. It counts. All right. No, unable to work. Want to been unable to work. No, she was working. She was a full-time student too, though. No, she only played for that year. We're gonna click continue. All right. So now she got a dependent care credit on there. Now, guess what? Don't forget she said she went to school. Yeah, that's what she said. That's what it said right over here. Remember? 109018? Yeah, you gotta put that on there. Tuition. Now y'all remember she was at 11,000. When we put it in there, it dropped it down to 1,000. We see how we fighting. We fighting for her. All right. You gotta fight for your clients. They can't fight for themselves. You gotta fight for them. Yeah. No. We're gonna click continue. EIN number. Make it all up. Chicago. Whatever. Right? But from the intake form. Make sure y'all do it from the intake form. All right. You gonna go gonna change the zip code on that thing. We know how they did it last time. That 6. That, yeah, 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 yeah. We're gonna go that way. All right. Tuition paid. We come here, we see. Boom. Payments received for qualified tuition and related expenses. 8,500. Okay. We know scholarships and grants. Check. All right. So based off of what I see right here, this is what I'm coming to do. Coming over here, put 85 right here. I'm going grants and scholarships. I see 4,000 right there. Do we have other qualified expenses? I don't see any. We know she a full-time student. Nope. Yes. No. She didn't complete college the first. She haven't claimed this credit 4 years already. Uh, she was enrolled full time, so yes. No, she didn't complete the first 4 years of college already. All right. No, she don't have a felony drug conviction. Please continue. At this point, the American Opportunity Credit, she gets it for guess how much? $1,000. So guess what we just did? We took it from 6,100 to what? Hold on, they playing money games. Hold on, y'all. And make sure our client get up ready. All right, it's loading. Remember, we fighting for it now. We fighting for it. I'm looking over everything. Got 1098 on there. Got the business expenses on there. Got the household expenses on there. Daycare expenses on there. All right. Boom. So, guys, what do y'all think about that return? Y'all already know how to go through here. We're gonna press continue. We gonna stroll. I'll come all the way down to hold on. This is how I do it. If I have nothing additional to add, once I add my final forms to the return, I'm coming down to this one right here. This is miscellaneous forms first. And I'm coming all the way down. I'm gonna hit continue here. We're gonna calculate the return. They're gonna ask me about affordable care, also known as Obamacare, also known as a 1095A. I'm gonna say no. It didn't say she had that. We also asked about that on our intake form, guys. So when you read over your client intake form, you'll know if they have it or not. It's a thing that they have to check. They're not currently available. We're gonna click OK, continue. If some cases they got state, you can do the state too. Do the software, it's fine. They're gonna go over a summary of what all is on your return. Click continue. But you definitely want to review that information too. Make sure that you got all the facts on your return, though. Make sure you got that. Make sure you got that. All right, let's go through these questions real quick. Was a taxpayer or spouse a non-resident alien for any part of the year? No. Is a taxpayer or spouse a qualifying child of another person? No. Did you complete the return based on information for the tax year 2025 provided by the taxpayer or reasonably obtained by you? Yes. Did you interview the taxpayer, ask etiquette questions, and document taxpayer's responses to determine the taxpayer is eligible to claim credits or head of household filing status? Yes. Did you review 9 times out of 10? If it say did you, it's probably gonna be yes. But y'all need to read the questions all the way through. It's part of your due diligence. You're supposed to read the question all the way through. I told y'all. All right. Did you review etiquette information to determine the taxpayer's claim returns head of household filing status? Did any of the information provided by the taxpayer? But see, that's why you got to make sure you're paying attention. Did any of the information provided by the taxpayer, third party, or reasonably known to you in connection with preparing the return appear to be incorrect, incomplete, or inconsistent? You probably would have clicked yes because you weren't reading. Did you satisfy the record retention requirement? Yes. We got our files, we got our documents we relied on. In addition to the forms from your interview, list those documents, if any, you relied on. Can somebody tell me what we put right here? Somebody. I paid a lot of money for Burgundy to come talk to y'all that day. Tell me, please, make me feel like it was worth it. Please tell me, what do we put right here? See, tax prepare for notes. Nothing. No, Jennifer, no. That rule changed when I had the due diligence coach to come teach y'all due diligence because I don't teach y'all due diligence. Right. Kane didn't teach y'all due diligence, right? This is the part where everybody's supposed to be in agreement. Burgundy taught y'all, who taught y'all due diligence? The IRS certified due diligence what? Coach, right? All right. All right. All right. All right. Just make sure. Just make sure, y'all. Make sure y'all understand. When we talk about I taught y'all no doggone due diligence now. I told y'all I told y'all how I do a return. I had a professional come in and teach y'all due diligence. Somebody that's IRS certified on that side of things. Yes. So see tax prepared notes. So I don't say tax prepared. They know who I am. So I say this. That's what I say. Y'all can say tax prepared. Where do we keep our notes? Somebody come off of mute and tell everybody. Make sure they can hear you too. Where we keep our notes at? Somebody come off of mute and tell me where we keep our notes at.
Word doc, flash drive.
Word doc. Yes. Word doc. Word doc. So listen, everybody here, I think, have a Gmail account. If you don't have one, go ahead and create one. Gmail got Word docs. Put your notes in your Word doc account. Don't save it to your computer. Save it to your Gmail. If something happened, God forbid, you might be 5 years down the road. Big boss came to put you on. You became an ERO. You feel me? You got your tax office, you got your team. You gonna have to get in this same game. That's why it's important. You gotta know. We cool with the IRS, but at the same time, we know they don't give a damn about taking us to jail, finding us, and none of that. They'll do us the same thing they'll do a taxpayer. So at the end of the day, we gotta make sure we doing what? We staying ahead of the game. So part of staying ahead of the game is not keeping your file on your what? Computer. Save that to your what? Your cloud storage, right? Your Gmail, right? So that way, God forbid, if anything ever was to happen, let me knock on that wood, knocked on that wood for y'all. If anything ever was to happen, you guys can log out. Y'all can log out. Y'all can log out to Gmail from anywhere. Log out all devices and change the password. Hey, they ain't say nothing about the Gmail account. I'm just saying, if it was me, I'm just saying, I ain't telling y'all what to do, but I'm just saying what you could possibly do if you ever was in that situation, if you get what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I ain't giving y'all advice on, I'm just saying what I would do possibly if I was ever possibly in this situation. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, of course, you never know. I'm just saying, though. All right, did you ask the taxpayer whether he or she could provide documentation to substantiate the eligibility for the amount of the credits and or head of household filing status claimed on the return? Yes. Did you ask the taxpayer if any credits were disallowed or reduced in the prior year? Yes. Were any of these credits disallowed or reduced in the prior year? No. All right. We asked that question on our intake sheet, and you would just document according to whatever they answer. And if they did, man, they got a form that they have you do the IRS, how you do, and it's literally 2 questions on the form. You fill out that 2 question form and you retransmit the return. They'll accept it and give them their credit. It's not nothing that's going to be a real problem. Just make sure that you put it on there accurately, because if you don't, the IRS is still going to reject the return, and you still going to have to go through that and do that part. So did you ask etiquette questions to prepare and complete the correct Form 1040 Schedule C? Yes, we asked the questions about our business. She gave us all of the information. Is the child currently or intended to be a qualifying child on another individual's tax return? No. Same questions for all other two. No, no. All right. Same question. That question do not change. Have you determined the taxpayer is in fact eligible to claim the earned income credit for the number of children in whom the earned income credit is claimed?
Yes.
Yes. Did you explain to the taxpayer that he or she may not claim the earned income credit if the taxpayer has not lived with the child for over half the year, even if the taxpayer has
Yes.
supported the child? Yes. The IRS don't give a damn. You took care of that child.
Yes. Yes.
It live with you. It ain't your dependent. All right. Did you explain the tiebreaker rules about claiming the earned income credit when the child is a qualifying child of more than one person? Yes. Whoever the child lived with the longest,
Yes.
the most nights out of 6 months, or if that's the case, mom and daddy, whoever made the most money. If it's mom, daddy, and grandmother, hey, whoever the child stayed with the most, he spends equal amount of time by both of y'all, then whoever the biological parent is, daddy. Point blank period. That's just how they go. All right. Does the child reside with the taxpayer who's claiming the child tax credit? Yes. Did you explain to the taxpayer that he or she may not claim the child tax credit if the taxpayer has not lived with the child for over half the year? Yes. Did you explain to the taxpayer the rules about claiming child tax credit? Yes. We did all of that. All right. Y'all supposed to read all of that, though. Make sure you read all of it. Did the taxpayer sustain the Form 1098-T receipts for the qualifying and related expenses for the claim American Opportunity Credit, tax credit? Yes. Head of household question. Have you determined that the taxpayer is unmarried, considered unmarried on the last day of the tax year, and provided more than half the house? Keep up. for the qualifying person, for a qualifying person, yes. Do you certify that all answers on this form 8867 are to the best of your knowledge true, correct, and complete? Yes. All right, and once we do that, we click continue. Now return like this with all these goddamn forms on there, all this extra income. How much y'all charging? Drop y'all fee. If y'all was doing this return, how much would y'all be charging this client right now? I have to know. Lakeisha, how much would you charge this client?
800.
800.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Compose, not $120. Not 120. Miss Compose, listen, FYI for everybody to know. The standard fee for the IRS per violation starts off at $635. So to any tax professional getting started in this industry, I don't care what the filing status is. I always recommend, damn Chelsea, I always recommend that you start off at 635 at minimum. Now if it's a person, they filing single, they got one dependent, they filing single, they ain't got no dependents, something like that, then you'll want to charge them like $400 or something like that, $400 or $500 or something like that. Sometimes even $350. I mean, it just depends on the circumstances. I'm gonna be honest with you though. Yes, Miss Compose, we charge our work around here, and you gonna know how to charge your work. You're gonna charge for your time, your effort, your energy you put into this return, and more than anything, you're gonna help them see the value that you provided, right? So with all that considered and all of that said, let's see who's close to my number. Who's close? Chelsea, no, that's excessive, Chelsea. You paid $120. I think you only seen that you paid $120. There's always fees, you just don't know about it. It's always fees, you just don't know about it. Jamie, you say 15 is crazy. Man, y'all going off. Hey, I ain't mad at y'all. Get y'all money, boo. Nah, for real. 1,400, 1,200. Okay. Yeah, I probably would charge about, I probably would charge about, I'm with Alicia. I'm probably about 12, 1,400, something like that for a return like this. Due to all the forms that I had to do, IP pins, I'm documenting all of it. I'm documenting all of it. And then y'all gotta think, we started on this return at like 8:30, 8:45 for real. We've been an hour on this joint. So all that, I'm counting all of it. Anytime I got to call her and ask her, because you got to think about this. Nah, Keisha, that's more than right. That's more than fair. Your price is your price. You guys have the ability to charge whatever you want. So I'm not telling y'all, I'm just telling y'all what I charge. There will be minimum preparation fees in the system because again, guys, we have to pay bank product fees, you got to pay office fees, you have to pay all of the fees. You see what I'm saying? And that don't come directly from you. That comes out of a portion of the client's return. But with that being said, you got to keep in mind, she go down the street. If she don't know she get a 2441 form that jumped up what $1,000, right? We got up $1,000 with that form, right? She they just based her return off the what she gave them. They didn't ask any probing questions to get her return from being that initial $1,000 she was getting all the way up to that $5,000 mark. You see what I'm saying? And then we took it a step further. Okay, boom. Now we working and we doing a 1098T. I'm gonna tell you straight up, a 1098T got her $1,000 right there. So in my mind, this is what I'm doing. I'm thinking about, okay, boom. I'm not charging based off the refund amount. I'm keeping in mind as to how much I helped you. You get what I'm saying? I'm charging the work that I bought to your overall tax return. So if I'm looking at the amount, the number of forms that I used, more than anything, the additional phone calls that I more than likely had to make to you. Because in order for me to figure out, okay, boom, you got Wi-Fi, right? You got this, right? You got that, right? Okay, you paid anybody for this? You didn't like we doing all of this on this Zoom call and it took an hour. But just imagine when you gotta constantly call a client. Because if we would have went back to her with that $1,000 or that $5,000 that she was initially gonna get, and that's before fees. She 9 times out of 10, y'all, she probably would have said, I'm gonna go get a quote somewhere else. I know, thank you. So me personally, this is how I close. I'm gonna give y'all my golden rule on how I close. You want to close like Kane, you want to secure your bag without worrying about, because I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all concerned, like, hey, okay, they pay you $1,000, man. I have people pay me $1,500 for a tax return. Literally.
And don't fight, don't argue, don't complain. Because again, people don't mind paying for value when they know what they're receiving, right? But you have to make them see what your value. Because again, I could have said, okay, boom, y'all gonna get your return. You're gonna get you're gonna get $1,000. I tell her she gonna get $1,000. Yeah, I'm gonna charge you $300. I'm gonna charge you $300, right? You're gonna get $1,000. She gonna be like, okay, $300, $1,000, versus her running into somebody like me. And now she done ran into me, and I done took that same return. I said, what, they gave you how much back? They charged you what? Ah, man, look, I'm gonna tell you, I could have got you way more, but it definitely wasn't gonna be for $300. A lot of times people run into problems with paying and their client fees when they're not transparent, or they don't, or the client don't see the value that they bought them, right? So immediately, when I first put all the information in she gave me, I'm calling Miss Miss Compost. I'm calling Angela right now. I'm calling Miss Davis right now, Miss Compost. I'm calling her. Hey, Miss Davis, based off of all the information you provided to me, I was able to work your return. And as of right now, it looks like, and mind you, I'm gonna go all the way through that return, and I'm gonna put in my minimum preparation fee. The cheapest I can charge. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. And when I call and I get on that phone, I'm gonna say, hey, this is your, based off all the information you gave me, this is your take home amount. I'm gonna tell her just like that. So meaning if that goddamn take home amount after them fees is $300, I'm telling her that. If the take home amount is $700, I'm telling her that. All right. And this is how I close. Literally, once I tell them that, how would you like to proceed? How do you feel about that amount? That's what I asked them first. I was asking how they feel about the amount. Because 9 times out of 10, nobody gonna hear they get $700 back with 3 dependents. What the hell? You think she gonna hear that? She don't wanna hear that? She probably gonna be ready to cuss me out. Right? So I'm asking her. I'm asking her. I'm giving her an opportunity to express herself. So nah, $700, that's kind of low. I was expecting to get, this is my favorite part when they tell me what they were expecting. Oh my. I was expecting to get at least 7,000. Well, ma'am, unfortunately, you made $20,000 on a W-2 job, which you paid proper taxes for. But then you also incurred additional income of over $30,000 from Shopify as well. Okay, that income was untaxed. So when I added both your incomes on there, along with your 1098 that you had, you made over $57,000, and your return was only X amount of dollars before fees. Right. But however, I do understand that number is quite low. So let me ask you this. Would you like any additional help? At this point, guess what she's saying? Guess what she's saying? Guess what she's saying? You know I'm the man. Guess what we know I'm the man. She ain't telling me I'm the man. She ain't saying it just yet. She's saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, I don't mind. I can definitely go in, look over your return. I probably have a couple questions for you, but I'm certain sure that I can get you more. So let me ask you this. Now I'm asking them questions. Okay, I seen you had this number of dependents. Did any of them, receive any form of child care? Anybody ever had to help you out with anything like that, for some child care or anything? Boom. At this point, guys, y'all gotta keep in mind, everybody, kids don't go to daycare. Some people pay their mama to keep their kids, and they don't know that, hey, you can file that on your tax return. So they don't know that, right? So that's me. That's me asking additional questions right there, right? Then now I'm trying to make sense of your business income and expenses. So now I'm asking you. Remember, I asked you about the Wi-Fi. Remember, I asked you about your light bill. You wasn't claiming any of that. You didn't know you qualified for. I'm just being real with you, right? And then y'all, I stopped. I literally stopped because I could have kept going and asking even more questions. Literally, I could have probably got that lady back up to $8,000-$9,000. I can show y'all right now, easily. Because again, I'm a tax professional. So I'm steady asking these questions. So these questions that I'm asking you on this phone, because I'm looking over your Schedule C while I'm talking to you. The questions I'm asking you on this phone is all aligning with your business, right? I also got some templates that I'm gonna give y'all too. That just brought it to my mind. I gotta make sure I get that out. I mean, I got so much material. I be having to cipher through all of it. I got some material that I'm gonna give y'all too that it tells y'all common deductions for Schedule C employees. So like for lash techs, hairstylists, barbers, and all of that type of stuff, yeah, it got the most common deductions that they'll have. So with that being said, you will know to inquire and ask them about, hey, I noticed you say you do such and such, such and such. Have you ever purchased this? You know, and at that point, you're able to ask some questions, especially if you got somebody that made $57,000 and paid a fraction of taxes. So now at this point, once I call her back, I'm getting that final number. We got what's that final number? That's 7118. Boom. Let me show y'all. Because I'm gonna show y'all. I'm closing. I'm closing. I am a closer. I promise you. Watch this. Because once you fill out my intake form, I got it in my mind like you're filing with me. Like you will never make it anywhere else. This is happening. This is happening. This is definitely gonna happen. Right? So boom, it's taking time to load. So once I put the fee in, long story short, guys, which in this case my fee will be probably about 1,200. Right? Now look, and this is another thing too. Y'all know how y'all remember Miss Compost. This is why it's important that you pay attention to this. Watch how I'm finna flip it. Y'all remember in pop-up training how I taught y'all how I close with the additional add-ons, the upsells. Almost like the do you want fries with that? Would you like to make it a large? Can we get you an extra sauce? Anything desserts? Would you like, those type of things? So when I'm looking at her, I'm looking at, okay, boom, I got her at 1,200, right? I got her at 1,200. I might say that's my 1,300. That's my prep fee for, right? But in my mind, I haven't sold myself. And that's another thing about me. I don't count my money before I make it. I never do that. I count it when it drop. Okay. So in my mind, it's like I'm at 1,200. I'm starting up here because I'm already prepared to give her discounts. I'm already prepared to give her discounts. She don't know this, but I do. Hey, oh yeah, guys, I'm gonna get that referral sheet to y'all too, that we'll be able to send to the clients, that y'all will be able to send to y'all clients and ask them, hey, can you fill out the referral form for me and receive an additional $100 off your text prep? So now, boom, now I'm working the price down. In her mind, she just working down the prep fee. She's working down the prep fee. Now I'm working with you. So now with a bill that started off at 1,200, you done gave me 10 names. I done took $100 off of that. And then I done told you, since it's you, man, and I understand your situation, you made a lot of money, and only for you, I'll take off 150. I can give you 150 for that. Right? Y'all pay attention. She gave me 10 names and phone numbers, right? Emails, phone name, phone number, emails of people that I can contact. All right. So that's 10 potential clients right there off the rip. Next, hey, I'm also willing to give you an additional $100 off if you leave me a Facebook review, Google review, whatever platform you want to leave your review on, right? So boom, so now, boom, she looking at it like, okay, I got $250 off my text prep fees. Mind you, I was only like my mind, I told you 1,200, but in my mind, I'm cool with just taking 8. If you're gonna do all of this. So now I'm asking, okay, thank you for that, and I know, I love good discounts, and I have a lot of discounts that you may qualify for. So I mean, you can do as many as you would like. Would you like any opportunities for additional discounts? Yeah, I don't really have the time. Okay, well, what if I told you I can get you maybe another $200 off? Yes, I would love that. Okay, can you send me a video talking about your overall tax filing experience with me, right? And telling more people that they should file with me, right? And you guys can get in ChatGPT and compile a script however you want it. Send her the script, tell her pretty much what you want her to say. She ain't got to say exactly word for words, but give her an idea of what to say. She sent that to you, and now, boom, she looking at it. She got $450 off prep fees, and literally, I was going to charge her $1,200. I made about $750 to $800. Literally, guys. And guess what she gonna do? She done left their review. She'd have made a post on her page, right? Because I done already asked you. Lead a review, make the post on your page, and tag my page in it when you lead a review. That's what I asked her to do. So now when she tagged my page in it, I made it visible to my audience. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm getting exposure on your social media platform for the tax preparation. I gave you a whole new source of audiences. You've given me 10 referrals of people that I can possibly file. And on top of that, you've given me a video testimonial. So guess what I'm doing? I'm uploading that. I'm uploading that. That's going on social media consistently. And every client I'm giving them same upsells. It never changes. Every client I get, I'm offering them the same discounts. And you know how I sweeten the pot for them? And hey, just because it was a pleasure working with you and serving you today, and you a first time client, I'll take an additional $100 off your prep fees. How does that sound for you? Now, Miss Campos, now you see how we just took it from being this to being this. It sounded like a big scary number, but all we really wanted you to do is show support. You get what I'm saying? And because you showing support, we don't mind doing all of this X, Y, and Z. And not only that, it's a win-win situation. You saved on prep fees. We got reviews. We got more exposure. And all in all, we got a happy client. And 9 times out of 10, guess what? We're gonna keep her in. She's gonna be a repeat client. And now, when I close out the call, hey, if you know anybody that can use my services, I also have a referral program. I can see you the details over, just discuss it with you a little bit, and you can look over it and decide if it's something you want to participate in. But if not, I want you to also know that I pay $100 per referral. Everybody you send to me, I'll give you $100 when they're paid out. And that's how you do it. And that's how you do it, guys, because y'all got to think. When y'all doing this, you take a whole lot of pieces and you put it together. Crumbs make a cake, okay? You might make 500 here, 500, that's $1,000. It's not hard to get 200 clients. You get what I'm saying? 500 here, 500 here. Okay, boom, that's $1,000. So if I do that 200 times, that's 100K. That's 100K. It's not hard. Dallas-Fort Worth got over 3 million people. Find your target areas. Go on the outskirts, find a city and take over it. Find one of them small ass towns, population 4,000 people, and take over it. Market it with blasts. Send goddamn mailers. Send flyers. Buy a billboard out there and put it out there. Buy the billboard for 4 weeks. If you got the money to invest, literally go ride out there. It's 2 hours away, Kane. That's 2 hours. Man, go ride out there. Every school, every Walmart, drop them goddamn yard signs and watch how your phone roll. And you take the 10 to 20 to 30 clients you get from there, and you double back and you do it, and you go even harder. And you get the referral list from them or the people that they know. And just keep on building. That's how you build it. That's how you build it. That's how you compound the game. One person, always take one person and try to get at least 10 more people. That's always the goal. And if they ain't got 10 people, we'll take 5. You ain't got 5, we take goddamn 3. You gonna give us something though. And you can't say you ain't got no what's it called? You ain't got no social media. You can definitely leave a testimonial video review and tag me. But thank you guys for attending class tonight. I hope this was beneficial for all parties involved. I'll see you guys Friday, 7 o'clock. Friday, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock if you're around too. Go on Facebook, make a post, leave a review. Tell the people you was in tax class tonight. Take a picture of them numbers that we just got. Well, I hope y'all took a picture when it was 11K. That was probably a little better. But you can take a picture of this one and say, hey, people with 2 dependents refund gonna look real nice this year. You can say it like that and just leave it at that. Take off my name though, but y'all get the picture though. Y'all make it work for y'all, man. 2 dependents look real nice. I know that's right. Y'all take care though. It's much love. Hey, if y'all need anything, reach out to me. If I don't respond tonight, just bear with me a little bit. I'm still at my hairstylist's house. I'm at my hairstylist's house in her bathroom, y'all. I've been hosting Zoom the whole time. But look, I'm finna go back in there and get back in line. I'm still locked in with y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Y'all take care. Good night.